Welcome back. You're watching Morning Live. Thank you for keeping that telly on and watching us. It's set on the Cape Flats and in Pollsmoor prison, based on the life of scriptwriter John W. Fredericks, and delivers on the themes of friendship, betrayal, forgiveness, acceptance, all of those things, desire, and for a better life, hope and love. That's a new Afrikaans film titled Noem My Skollie, which tells the story of 4 teenagers who grow up on the impoverished ganglands of Cape Flats in the 1960s, and is produced by Moshidi Motshegwa and stars Dann-Jacques Mouton. I'm going to get his name right, Jacques, I think, who joins us to tell us more. He goes by the name of DJ. Guys, good morning. How are you doing?
Morning.
I missed out on the premiere of this film, and I've heard some amazing stuff. Moshidi, in your own words, give us a brief synopsis of Noem My Skollie.
I think you've said everything, but I think for me the film is really a film about hope. It's a film that I want South Africans to understand that it's not a film about gangs. If you're going to see a film about gangs, then this is not it. It's a film about a man who didn't join the gangs. It's a film about a man who became a France, not a number. And
that is such an important distinction to make, so that because that in itself takes a hell of a lot of courage.
Yes, and that is really what is important for people to understand, because when we were making the film, people kept saying, but there's been a film about colored people, we need another one. And why is it always about gangs? And people live in the Cape Flats. They've been living in the Cape Flats.
I grew up on the Cape Flats.
Yes, and life actually hasn't changed that much between the 60s and now. And to get out of that place, and in fact to get out of any township in this country, to become whoever you dreamt yourself to be, to dream the impossible dream in this country, in a township, and get out and actually make that dream be a reality, takes a huge amount of courage and belief in self. And that's what John Fredericks has. He's 70 years old. This film is written by a 70-year-old man. It's not written by Moshidi or anybody else. It's written by the person who lived this life.
DJ, let me bring you to this conversation. You know what Moshidi is saying now? Does it change the narrative for an actor when you're, I know it's a role for an actor, but it's tied to real life. Where do you have to go to reflect that character?
I mean, I think it was for me useful to have Puta John on set. So in that way, but also know the world, you know what I mean? So you kind of, you relate to certain characters already, as you say. But I mean, it's a process. So you're always discovering, every day is discovering new things, and you find different ways of sort of, but I think for me the most important thing was sharing stories and information with Puta John. You know, and that helped a lot, I think.
Guys, you know what Moshidi is talking about? This is not a film about gangs. So how cognizant or how aware were you of that through that filming process? To say, you know, we could do another stereotypical film that people are going to relate to, because we've seen a couple of those films, let's be honest, over the last couple of years. Was that a conversation between you guys to say, listen, you guys, we want to tell a story here that actually hasn't been told before?
Well, the thing is, you don't even have to say it, because the script says it. You know, the script is written in a language, die Kapse, you know, taal, and you can't change it. Die is 'n ander man se woorde. It's there, you know, and that's the beauty of words. That's the beauty of somebody putting pen to paper. You can't mess with that. And as an actor and as a producer, your job is to respect that and bring that to life in the best way possible. And I think that was also the thing for DJ, is that there was a script written in a language that that was his as well. You know,
so it wasn't that you didn't have to travel that far.
No,
because you grew up in that space.
Yes, I grew up in that space. But like you said, for me, the also important thing was the fact that it's Puta John's story. Yeah, he decided to become that France in the jail, you see. So he didn't want to take the number on. So you see, already there, we're not focusing on the number. I said this in an interview, and I think this is really important. People must understand and know this, is that, see, onze aanslag, so the way we're attacking the story is not about the number itself, but it's rather looking at the people or the persons that has to move through those spaces.
And it's also inspirational, because we do find ourselves, when you grow up in the Cape Flats, that you're under tremendous pressure to if you don't have strong parents, you could easily get sucked into something. Absolutely. Guys, you know, before we continue this conversation, I want to talk about the actors and that chemistry and that formula of getting the DJs and all that. But for you that haven't seen this trailer, let's take a quick snip at this trailer.
Ons moet 'n pek zijn. Ons eie gangster om onsself te protect.
Dit was de
Het sy in. Sy kan nie uit die.
Jy is my broer, Aibi.
Al die tyd, my Mita. Al die tyd. As man vang, Man staan.
You know?
Stick for the top there. The young ones.
Jy moet waaksaam wees, Abraham. Dit is cool.
Luister, ons weet van jou. En jou gang, young ones.
Ons het 'n pik gesien. Man vang, man staan. Nou staan man vir julle eie notas, man. Ons is die young ones.
Laat ons hoor wat die lady te sê het.
Ek kan stories vertel. En briewe skryf.
Maak net, seker sy vertel 'n kwaai storie vanaand. Môre is jy hoor.
Vandag vat ek vir julle op 'n boottrip. Hier is ook nie bandiete of nommers nie. Ons meet in die mine. Ons gaat reg deur die dak.
Een in die kop, twee in die bos. Gams val agter op 'n plat op sy rug. Die boere, hulle gryp vir dog. Hy wil weer vinnig in Gams se rigting.
Zie je maar, zei hij.
You know, as somebody who grew up in that environment, it's giving me a shivers. Let's talk about the chemistry of finding the right combination. I know every person who's involved in a film or every production, that formula can make or break you. Finding the right balance of actors that can carry this amazing story.
Listen, we always knew we wanted to shoot the film in Cape Town. We always knew that we wanted to work with coloured actors. There was no kind of changing the script in any other way and going against what was already there. And we gave ourselves time. And I have to say thanks to Darren Joshua, who came on, our director, who came on like a beast, who led us like a general and led us well, you know. And I think when we always knew we needed to find AB first, the character that DJ plays. And when he came in, and I remember it was like the last person who came to audition that day at 5 in the afternoon. And when he came, and the storytelling is so integral to this to this film that we needed somebody who, as much as you could play the street, you needed to be able to have that thing, to have that talent of storytelling inside you, because that is really what changes John's life. The fact that he discovers he has this ability to tell stories. And DJ just,
killed it.
Yeah, he killed it.
Unfortunately, we run out of time. I could spend the whole morning talking to you guys. Guys, let's just go out and watch this film. Let's break the box office records. It's Moshidi Motshegwa, she's a producer, and DJ Mouton here in studio. He plays AB, the lead character. Let's all of us go and watch it. Let's take an ad break. Don't get away.